do a live stream today to share a little bit of my thoughts on this season and how difficult it is for a lot of people during this season where everyone is supposed to be all cheery and excited. But this is not the case for millions of people. And it goes without saying that we ought to be considerate, careful, and attentive just so we do not miss those around us who might just need a little pep talk, a smile, food, whatever it is they might need in this instant, in this moment, in this season, so they can get through to the next year. There's been recent news about people taking their lives because they're depressed and sad for whatever reason. And it has been said quite unanimously that most people who smile so broadly and excitedly are those who hide the most pain. And I couldn't agree more. So we should be careful that we should not look at our strong and happy friends as, oh, they don't need anything, they're okay. Those strong and happy friends could need our support at any time. Those stronger and happy friends could be broken inside. They may be lonely. So let's look around us and ask ourselves and ask those around us if they need help, support. Because the thing is, whilst they may say no, it is better to have asked than not. And I think now is a good time to pay attention and to ensure that you can see the people around you. Your friends, check up on them to make sure that they're okay. Check up on them to know how they're doing, especially during the season. Not everyone has got family. Not everyone is going to be able to see their family. So, yeah, let's have those people in mind. This can be a very difficult time for a lot of people, students, workers, immigrants, whatever the situation. There are a lot of people in different groups and categories that may struggle with this season. So let us have them in mind. And the recent news of the DJ, the Ellen DJ Twitch that passed away, was really quite sudden because every time we see Twitch on TV, he's always so excited and dancing and his beautiful family doing their dances on TikTok and on social media. So it came as a huge surprise to a lot of people that Twitch would take his own life. And according to his wife, he went to a hotel to commit the act. No one ever knows what goes through one's mind. And that's why I always say that for a lot of people in the black community, especially, I'm going to be very specific here, guys. I realize that my subscribers are from different groups, but bear with me as I specifically talk about the black community in in their lack of urgency in embracing therapy and health, mental well being. It cannot be said enough that as much as you need a doctor for your sight, you need a doctor for your mouth, your nose, your muscles. You also need your doctor for for your brain. And that's where mental health comes from. I suppose if we change that word mental, things might be a bit better for a lot of people. If we call it um, brain well-being, because a lot of people hear mental and they think of it negatively, but it shouldn't be so. We all need to be able to have access to therapy, and I know a lot of people, there might be monetary reasons why they cannot afford it. In that case, there ought to be free services out there. In the UK, there's the Samaritan. In the UK, you can go to your GP and say, I need therapy, and your GP will try and put you in touch with either the NHS service or tell you you can put yourself forward for a private service. So I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but I can imagine that people will go to different other spaces, their religious space or friends and family to talk to when they're in need of some mental health check. But I cannot emphasize enough the importance of having regular mental health check with the competent professionals, people who have worked hard to qualify, and people who have the tools to support you in your mental health, in your mental well-being, and in that journey. So whilst it is good to go see your pastor, for example, to talk about your mental health, it is even better to seek the help and support of a professional. So my plea to all of you out there is to seek therapy when it's needed. There are so many things that happen within our minds that we don't even have a grasp and comprehension of. And it is sometimes so overwhelming that to do it alone is to take the ultimate risk of failing, of not being able to cope. Of course, it's not a failure in itself not to cope. That's why you need help. That's why you should seek help. And to be in a position where you're not able to seek help, it's really heartbreaking. So let's not be shy to seek help. Let's not be afraid to say, I need help. I am an advocate for mental well-being. I'm an advocate for going out there and saying I need help. There is no shame in needing medical help when it comes to your mental health and well-being. In fact, it takes strength to admit to yourself, look, I'm not doing well. There's something going on that is beyond my ability to 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 understand. Therefore, I will go and seek help. Let's talk to people. Sometimes people around us may not understand. So then let's pick up the phone and call a GP. Let's pick up the phone and and call those professionals as much as we can. Book an appointment. It is difficult today to get instant appointments. But I do know that when you call your GP and say this is an emergency, it's most likely that they will make time for you, regardless of how difficult it is in the moment and how pressed the NHS might be. So, guys, please use the resources available. I am one for reading and studying and seeking knowledge, so I will go online and read. One of my favorite website is psychology.com, where I get a lot of tips on mental health and well-being and how I can understand myself as a person. These are not all self-helps, but they are articles that help me kind of understand better how I relate to myself and how I relate to other people. So please, guys, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling despondent and completely shattered, don't let go. Hold on a little bit longer. Call the Samaritan helpline. I'll add that to my bio. I'll add a link to my bio as well, how you can reach the Samaritans. They will pick up your call. At least talking to someone might help in a moment. And that's it, guys. If you are going through things or you know someone who's going through things, please share this with them. Um, and as usual, what can I say? Leave your comments down below. Share, like, subscribe. Your support is always welcomed. And thank you. Ta.